You hear from single people all the time, and I have to agree. It is tough out there on the dating scene. Very tough.
But our guest today says you might be making it harder than it is. Welcome, Laurie Berzack from Carolina'sMatchmaker.com. Laurie, welcome to Charlotte today. Great to see you as always.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, we're going to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes that you say people make when they're dating. The first one is starting with a negative attitude. What do you mean by that?
Well, Ramona just showed it to us just now when she said that she didn't think she was a good flirt. And I have to say,
I feel like a setup.
Well, an intervention. People are coming in with a negative attitude. First of all, they're coming from a place of scarcity. They think, a lot of times I've spoken to people that are in a bad relationship, their needs are not being met, but they're afraid to leave because they think there's no one out there. And I have to tell you, I've been in this business for 8 years now, and there are phenomenal people out there. They're everywhere. But if you're walking around with a negative attitude, you're never going to meet them. So you need to sort of come from a place of faith and belief that you will meet somebody wonderful, and he or she may not be available quite yet. They might be in another relationship right now, learning the things that they need to learn so that they can be a good partner for you.
I think that's
hearing that.
That's really true, though. I think people tend to operate from a place of scarcity. Yeah. And you're right, they just said, well, this is all that I got right now, so I'll stick with this. Instead of, you're right, it is a leap of faith and believing that someone is out there for you.
It is, and it's a journey. Dating is, just like everything is in life in terms of relationships and whatnot. So you really have to have a positive attitude.
Okay, once I get my attitude together, obviously I've got to devote time to it, right?
Exactly.
We should make it clear that mistake number 2, Laurie says, is people don't put in enough time or energy.
Yes, they don't. So it's funny, I ask people, how do you spend your time? And they talk about their children and their work, and they talk about training for the triathlon. And I ask them, how much time do you put into dating? And they say, oh, about a half an hour a week. Guess what? That's not going to cut it either. So I tell people when I'm coaching them, or sometimes they just hire me because I don't want to put that kind of time into them, into their lives, I say you need to plan at least an hour a night on either online dating or hire those babysitters so that you can get out and go to your singles events and you can go on dates. It's like everything in life. What you put your time and effort towards, you get, everything reaps the benefits of your time and effort.
That makes sense.
And that's what you really need to do.
When you say online dating, you mean spend an hour a night looking at like a Match.com, or is that what you mean?
If that's what you're interested in doing, or getting involved with, you know, your church or your synagogue, or in some kind of nonprofit organization, or whatever way is going on Meetup, which is one of my all-time favorite things that I recommend to people. And when I coach people, I assign them 3 meetups a week that they need to go to and report back to me. But that's sometimes what people need, is a little fire under them.
And the meetups are events designed for single people to go and meet other single people?
There are those. There's just activities that people go to. If you go to meetup.com, you know, you just type in hiking or whatever your interests are, photography, golfing, whatever, and you go to the events. You got to put yourself out there. You can't be risk averse.
Okay. Mistake number 3, not being a great date yourself.
Right. And this goes for men and women. And people go on dates, and you know, once you get the attitude on straight and you put the time in, now you're on the date, make it fun. So, you know, when you see someone, don't shake their hand, give them a hug. Say to them, I've been looking forward to this all week. You know?
That's a flirty thing you could do.
Yeah, it's
I
friendly.
Practically everybody except people on dates.
Well, you know what? You want to make the other person feel comfortable, and a lot of times people are not comfortable when they're on dates. And, you know, if you want to get to that ooey-gooey center of somebody, sometimes you need to put yourself out there a little bit and, you know, show some vulnerability yourself and show someone that you like them. So it's a golden rule. Whoever likes you, you like them back. I mean, it's the way friendships work and relationships in general. And so if you show that to the other person, be kind to the waiter, compliment them. If a man is taking you out, ladies, please compliment them. Thank them for taking them to a nice restaurant. You know, people are observing you when you're on dates, and you want to show, you want to be fun, you want to have a good time, you want to be a great date, and that's what people...
Put your best self out there.
Yeah, put your best stuff. People want to be with people that are fun.
Yes.
And positive. Attitude.
Yes, it does. So what else does it take to be a good date? So for the ladies, you're saying, you know, compliment the men. Thank you for choosing this restaurant, and this is a lovely meal, and I'm having a great time. Hug them. What else can people do when they're on the date to make it a good one?
Be a good listener. That's so important. I think people are sometimes so involved in their own brains. What am I going to say next? What am I going to say next? Don't worry about it. Just sit there, ask questions, be inquisitive, be interested in what the other person is interested in, what they're saying. People want to be with people that are interested in them, like I said before, and that's really the key, I think, to all relationships that you have in life is really being and being organic and just being yourself.
I think too.
And that's it.
That's what I think. Yeah.
I mean, just be yourself. And if the other person is not into you, then they're not the right person for you. You've had a good time. You had a nice meal. Move on. Shift.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time on people.
On to the next.
You have great advice. Carolina'sMatchmaker.com. Carolina'sMatchmaker.com is Laurie Berzack's website, and she's a coach. She can help you with this. She's a professional matchmaker, so you can call her or send her an email. Laurie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was
You're
really
back
good
in
to
the
see
game,
you.
Laurie.
Are you all inspired now?
I'm inspired.
All right,
I'm going to get on my Match.com tonight.
Yeah, and you're going to spend at least 30 minutes on there, right?
An hour.
An hour. An hour, yes. Very
I'll
good.
help you.
Go ahead.